So dear students, now this topic is about crossing types of crossing. Mendel experimented two types of the crossings. The first one is test cross, second one is back cross. First one is test cross, second one is back cross. Cross means the fertilization between two different, similar or different. The meaning of the test cross, the word itself gives you the definition of the test cross. This cross is happened only to test who is dominating. In the previous video, we have seen in the first generation, all are tall plants with capital T and small t. In the second generation, 50% of the capital T, small t are dominated. All are tall plants. In the first generation, all are tall plants with capital T, small t, heterozygous tall. In the second generation also, 50% of the tall plants with capital T, small t, heterozygous tall. The remaining one is capital T, 25%, small t, 25%. So total 50% plus 25% plus 25%, 100%. In the first generation, capital T, small t is dominated. In the second generation also, capital T, small t is dominated 50%. But we don't know who is responsible for the tallness of the plant, whether capital T or small t. To find out who is bringing the tallness of the plant, we are doing test cross. So, test cross is done between the dominated phenotype whose genotype is not known with the recessive phenotype. That means one of the parental character is dominated in the first generation and second generation. The other parental character is not expressed in the first generation, but it is expressed in second generation. So who is going to bring the tallness of the plant? It is estimated and confirmed by test cross. So capital T, small t is dominated in first generation and second generation. So the cross between capital T, small t and small t is not expressed in the first generation. That's why this cross is called test cross. So the result of the test cross, capital T, small t, we will write on the left side of the Punnett square, and small t we will write on the right side of the Punnett square. The result of this progeny is capital T, small t, tall, capital T, small t also tall. Next, third one is small t, dwarf, small t, dwarf. That means here small t means dwarfness, capital T, small t means tallness. So whether T in combination with capital T also, the plant is tall. Whether small t in combination with small t is dwarfness. That means small t is not responsible for the tallness of the plant. Capital T is responsible for the tallness of the plant, is estimated by test cross. This is called test cross. So we can understand out of the result, if all plants are tall, that means here only 50% are tall, 50% are dwarf. The parent is hetero. Hetero means 1t and small t. If all plants are small, that means if all plants are also tall, the parent is capital T, capital T. By observing the result of the test cross, we can find out who is responsible for the tallness of the plant. This is called test cross. Next, coming to back cross. Why we are doing back cross? For example, if any plant having any desirable characters, that character may be disease resistant variety, the character may be tallness of the plant, the character may be color of the plant, the character may be axial position or terminal position of the plant. If you want to transfer the same characters from parent to the next generation, do the back cross. So the result and the use of the back cross is you can transfer the same characters without removing, without escaping from parent to next generation. That is called back cross. So the result of the first generation of cross fertilization in monohybrid and monohybrid true breed, that is called capital T small t. So if you want to transfer the tallness of the plant to the next generation, do back cross. Back cross means go back and cross with one of the parental character. I want to transfer the tallness of the plant to the next generation. That's why I cross the capital T small t with the one of the parental character which is having tallness of the plant. So that is called, so the result of the progeny in cross fertilization, capital T small t. So what is capital T small t? Tallness of the plant. Next capital T, tallness of the plant. Here capital T small t, tallness of the plant. Capital T small t, tallness of the plant. So by observing this back cross, capital T, homozygous tall plant. Capital T small t, heterozygous tall plant. The result is all are tall plants. I want to produce all the plants with height. So that's why I did the back cross with the dominated character of the capital T and capital T. If I want to transfer only 50% of the characters from parent to next generation, I did the back cross with the recessive character, that means dwarfness of the plant. So the cross generation, that means cross fertilization, the result is capital T small t. We will write on the left side of the Punnett square, and the recessive character which we are going to do the back cross we will write on the right side of the Punnett square. So the result is capital T small t tall, capital T small t again tall, small t dwarf, small t dwarf. Here the result is 50% tall, 50% dwarf. But here all are tall plants, but the genetic ratio is different. 50% homozygous tall, 50% heterozygous tall. But here 50% heterozygous tall and 50% homozygous dwarf. Now I think you have understood the difference between the test cross and back cross. Test cross is done to find out what is the responsible for the tallness of the plant. Back cross is done to carry the same genetical characters from parent to next generation. We did back cross. If you want to do 100% of the tallness, cross with the capital T. If you want only 50% of the tallness of the plant, do the back cross with small t and small t. Now, after observing all these characters, Mendel proposed two types of the theories. What are the two types of the theories? We are going. What are the two laws? That means law of dominance. The first one is law of dominance and the second one is law of segregation. Law of dominance, law of segregation. What is the meaning of the law of dominance? Law of dominance means when cross fertilization or self fertilization is done in the first generation, one of the parental character is expressed, that is called dominated over other, that is called law of dominance. For example, If cross fertilization is done between the tallness of the plants and dwarfness of the plant, the result of the first progeny, all plants are tall but not dwarf. That means what happened? The gene which is responsible for the tallness of the plant is dominated over the gene which is responsible for the dwarfness of the plant. You can see only all plants are tall in first progeny, as we have explained earlier. That is called law of dominance. One gene character is expressed, another gene character is not expressed. That is called law of dominance. For example, capital T, small t is expressed in first generation, but capital T, small t is not expressed, small t is also not expressed. So the gene capital T, small is dominated over capital T, small t, small t. This is called law of dominance. Second one, law of segregation according to Mendel. Mendel said that even though the one of the parental character capital T is not expressed in the first generation, it is expressed in the second generation. Even though the progeny type, that means trait small t is not expressed in the first generation, it is expressed in the second generation. That means after self-fertilization. The meaning of the law of segregation means even though the parental characters are not expressed in the first generation, they will separate and express in the second generation. That is called law of segregation, or it is also called as law of separation. The purity of the breeds which we can see in the second generation. This is called law of segregation. For example, if my father character is not expressed in me or in my brother, my father characters will express in the next generation. If my mother characters are expressed in first generation, that means in me, even though parental character, father character is not expressed, the father character is expressed in my generation. This is called law of dominance, law of segregation. According to our observation, capital T, small t is dominated in first generation after cross fertilization, and the same capital T, small t is expressed in self-fertilization also. Then what about the capital T, small t? We have already seen 1:2:1. 1:2 means capital T, 2 means capital T, small t. 1 ratio means small t. Even though these characters are not expressed in the first generation, they will exhibit after self-fertilization. That is called law of segregation. They do not mix together. They do not bend and mix together with other traits. They will separate and they will exhibit their own trait after generation. That is called law of segregation. So I think you have understood.